Okay, so this video you're watching is going to be quite different on what I usually upload on YouTube. This is obviously not a video of me playing Fortnite or Mario Kart or Pokemon. It's rather just basically me ranting about my thoughts on the events that occurred recently at the 2026 Grammy Awards and a commentary video style with gameplay footage I've recorded recently. And I'll also be talking about another topic later on in this video, which will be my little conspiracy theory on why I think Jeffrey Epstein is alive playing Fortnite. I'm just trying something a bit different from what I usually do. I wonder if videos like this of me just yapping away for over 10 minutes straight will do me better with YouTube views. I mean, well, there's only one way for me to see. The shitty corporate award show that comes back every single year as if a fucking ice cream man takes a stroll down the neighborhood street one last time until next year. Yes, this is the Grammys in 2026. Now, let me first start off by saying that all these fucking celebrities and music artists should have sat down and took notes on Ricky Gervais's speech at the 2020 Grammys.
If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off. Okay?
He could not have said anything better. Now, you might be wondering why the f*** am I giving my take and why am I talking about politics in this video? Well, it's because they didn't listen to him. These motherfuckers done turned the whole 2026 Grammys into a whole f***ing liberal debate rally. Now, let's get to the funny shit first before I start yapping a whole lot more. Let's see what the host of the Grammys this year had to say in this segment right here.
Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here. She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually, Nicki, I have the biggest ass. Everybody's saying it, Nicki. I know they say it's you, but it's me. Wop, wop, wop. Look at it, baby.
He got the Trump voice almost spot on. Then after this, Nicki went on a rant on X. Are y'all understanding that these people have been sacrificing? Yeah, y'all could go ahead and read all this. This is some stuff right here. I can pause and read all that. Then Trump also tweeted about this, saying the Grammy Awards are the worst, virtually unwatchable. CBS is lucky not to have this garbage to litter. The host Trevor Noah, whoever he may be, you just called him a non-factor. It's almost as bad as Jimmy Kimmel at the low ratings Academy Awards. He said incorrectly about me that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton spent time on Epstein Island. Wrong. I have never been to Epstein Island. Oh, for real? I didn't know. But this isn't the main highlight of this whole event. So Bad Bunny wins an award, surprise, surprise. And it seems that whenever his name is announced, he pretends to cry while coming up with this inadequate speech. Or maybe he's just really pissed at the fact that he knows he has to stand up in front of millions of people to attempt to brainwash them with the horrid speech. Let's just get this out the way. Bad Bunny wins an award, gets his trophy, and makes his little speech about ice.
We're not savage, we're not animals, we're not aliens, we are humans and we are Americans. I'm gonna say ice out.
As if ICE agents are gonna see this speech and listen and quit all of their jobs the next day. Then America would be really f***ed right there. Also, there's no need for a bulletproof vest here. You're there to simply just grab your trophy, do your little political speech, and then just bounce, that's all. Alright, next. Here is Billie Eilish here. After winning Song of the Year, Wildflower, she got a little Grand Prix Trophy award and used her Grammy speech as well to speak out against ICE and other nonsense like saying nobody's illegal on stolen land.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Ugh, and look at Sabrina Carpenter clapping as if she read from a teleprompter to applaud after hearing that piece of nonsense Billie Eilish just said. That's why I'm unfavoriting all your Fortnite emotes. Okay, well, let me just put on my professor pants on because it seems that I have to teach these motherfuckers some history here. Because as you can see from this liberal bullshit that she just said, she's parroting shit she saw from a TikTok video at 3 a.m. on her For You page. No, Billie. Whenever North America, the U.S., was being settled, John Locke, which was a philosopher back in the day, he actually stated that the land wasn't owned by anybody by law. It had absolutely no property rights whatsoever until people eventually inhabited and culturized the land. And yes, you could say that it was conquered by the Europeans due to them having a higher power and technology at the time. You could say that without a doubt. Say that it's stolen land, it's just not constructed on any interpretation of US legal principles or laws, by that matter. You can go ahead and create this false little lie / reality in your head, that the natives were here first, which, they were. But what were here before the natives? The fucking Neanderthals, correct? And if you want to prompt your time machine way back even further into the past, who was here before the Neanderthals? Fucking dinosaurs. See, right here, what I just told y'all is a visual representation on why Europeans conquered the natives' land. Because it all has to do with evolution and technology power. When have you ever heard a motherfucker say that you're on stolen land from dinosaurs? People don't say that shit. They waited until humans evolved, had a sense of self-awareness to name shit for themselves, and called it natives' land. That's like people right now, today, saying you're on illegal stolen dinosaur land. Or maybe I'm just getting way too deep into this shit. Also, a W to this Emily Austin girl for mocking her when Billie Eilish was saying that nonsense.
I'm so edgy. It's like fuck guys. Oh my god.
Amazing. She earned herself a follow. It's like she's the only woke person there at that building. The fact that Billie has the audacity to say stolen land is funny while she owns a $14 million mansion on stolen land. She can scratch the thought of her ever putting that shit up for sale if she ever wants to, because by what she is saying here, from her logic, she can just give it back to the natives, correct? Hell, you better be on your Jurassic Park shit, dig up some dinosaur fossils and go bring back a T-Rex from extinction. 'Cause you're gonna give that dinosaur its land back, right? That's her logic. I guess anybody could just walk up to her house without any consequences. Surely she won't press any charges or put restraining orders on undocumented individuals that try entering her house, right? Her mansion does sit on the land of, the Tongva people, but by what she's saying in her logic, she could just give them back their land, right? Just let those Tongva people, let anybody enter it without any consequence. Dude, celebrities contribute absolutely nothing to the US or society. People are just so out of touch with laws and reality. It's just so funny. They're more stricter in other countries about border laws, by the way. I don't know why the US is just so out of touch, bro. Like, I don't know. Alright, let's go on to the next topic. Okay, so if you're mildly triggered by topics surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, I would advise you to rather skip or just simply click off the video, or you could just simply listen to me yap about what I recently uncovered of this motherfucker in February. Let me first start off by bringing forward at the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was into FNAF SFM movies. It's also kind of crazy to find out that Epstein was possibly a FNAF theorist, considering he was subscribed to game theorists, but he also commented on a Markiplier video. But a notification from one of his emails was found of someone named DLDog0247 replying to his comment by saying no, Mangle did it, to Guns A-Blazing. And whenever you go ahead and search out that channel itself on YouTube, it's simply just 3 videos that consist of course, what are the odds of the videos being Minecraft Let's Plays? It's always the Minecraft YouTubers, man. Epstein was also banned from Xbox Live in 2013 for threats and harassment. He most definitely called somebody the hard R with that headset on. Keep in mind, it was way more difficult to get banned in 2013, permanently especially. Also, there's videos that were released from the files that consist of Epstein taking videos or live photos of himself with a messed up lip. I'm just gonna assume that he probably emailed these videos to one of his doctors to show him possibly having Kuru disease. But there's theories and controversy with the people on Epstein Island eating people. Cannibalism is said to cause that type of disease, which is pretty rare. This is a disease that is transmitted through eating humans and proteins that have been contagious and infectious. Also, his mouth and eyes were moving on their own, which is even more evidence that he caught Kuru disease. But yeah, these are basically a few videos of his Kuru symptoms that he probably just sent to his doctor. Okay, now get ready for this shit. I'm about to dig even more deeper into this Epstein rabbit hole where I'm leading myself to assume that Jeffrey Epstein might still be alive. I know it's crazy, I know I sound crazy, it might be a crazy take, but just hear me out for a little bit. The reason why I think he's still alive is because people have linked one of his emails to this Fortnite account named Littlest Jeff1. So the Department of Justice files shows a receipt in his email that he actually spent money on V-Bucks. This email from these files clearly shows that he bought V-Bucks on May 7th, 2019. And these were the skins featured in the shop that day. It was Mothmando and the Red Knight. Was the Red Knight skin is me? And whenever you trace back those purchases, it led to the same username, Littlest Jeff1. Epstein, apparently died in August of 2019. The era where motherfuckers were complaining about the mechs and shit. However, whenever people started uncovering this account's activity and Fortnite stats, and the state of the account still being active in chapters after he died. The last time this account was active was in Chapter 6, Season 1, which was last chapter. This was around December 2024, leading up to the beginning of 2025. A day or two after this was uncovered. That same Fortnite account I was just talking about, the profile of the account on Fortnite Tracker goes private all of a sudden. Is this just a coincidence? By the way, you have to manually go through settings to private an account, but I think it's just such weird timing, don't you think? Also, you can't can't go to the Wayback Machine either for this. Apparently the URL wasn't archived, of course. Even Fortnite themselves released a statement debunking that this account wasn't owned by Epstein himself, but rather the username to that account was recently changed by some random person. But this is where it gets interesting. The files clearly reveal every email he used, and one of those emails, there's clearly a receipt of him buying V-Bucks multiple times. But apparently Fortnite themselves have absolutely no records of Jeffrey Epstein's email being associated with that Fortnite account. I mean, they're clearly covering up. Like I said, there's literally an email in the files of him buying V-Bucks. You know, Fortnite making this tweet just leads to a massive assumption that if he allegedly did fake his death, I mean, wouldn't he be bored? He can't interact with people, you can't communicate with the public. So what better way to spend your time by faking your death? Just sitting in the underground bunker in Israel, you gotta play that Fortnite. Also, here's the other reason why I think he faked his death. We're like at the bottom of the iceberg now. So the Department of Justice stated that this photo of Epstein was taken after he died, apparently. But in this photo, if you're not colorblind, his skin is clearly pink, which by all scientific means is signs of active blood flow. You know, it's not rocket science yet, but you know, when you die, your heart completely stops pumping blood into your body. If this photo was right after he died, his mouth would not be closed like this. And I just see so many signs of animation of him trying to hold in a laugh or a smile. If he was truly deceased, his muscle tone and his jawbones would loosen up and his eyes are clearly being forced to close if he's trying to squint his eyes as well. Also, there's another photo of him with pad placements and a neck brace, which is clearly unnecessary. And also, you might have missed this, but you could also see signs of breathing due to observing condensation, which you know is sweat on his upper lip. It's clearly sweat under his nose, his eyes, bro, everything, bro. Okay, and then shortly after this, another photo of him that was apparently recent. This photo that was posted somewhere on social media shows a bearded man with sunglasses in Tel Aviv, which is a city located in Israel. That Fortnite account, where was it active? Israel. And if you compare photos of him back then to this recent photo, it clearly looks like him. There's many facial similarities here. And also, to finalize my deep sea diving exploration of this whole Epstein faking his death conspiracy, there was a post in the files from an anonymous person claiming that they saw Epstein getting wheelchaired out of his cell. This was posted on August 10th, 2019, which was the day he passed away. I mean, if this doesn't convince you that this motherfucker is still alive, then I don't know what will. That was a lot. But yeah, that was just me kind of yapping away my theory on why I think Epstein might still be alive, and this whole thing might just be a big cover-up. I might just start doing commentary videos like this on topics that I find interesting. You know, maybe memes, trends, daily news updates on what's happening in the world. You know, I'll still make the monthly TikTok era reviews, but this whole talk was far too long for it to be in a section of a video of me watching February's TikToks. But yeah, the video's about to end here because I'm gonna edit off the video here. Ladra everyday este woke.
So long, Bowden.